Hello, everybody. Today I am trying out granulating watercolors for the first time. Welcome to Art Prof. We are a global art party. These are the watercolors that I will be using. These are from Japan. I went to a wonderful art supply store called Pigmentopia. Tokyo. It's what I meant to say, but I went there, and this is made by Kusa Kabe, and it says Harmonia Granulating Color. Tell me in the chat, how many people here have tried granulating watercolors before? This is my first time using them, but they look like a lot of fun. And we're going to start out by doing some swatches so I can try out some of these colors. And remember, everybody, if you would like to draw along with me, you can post what you make in the Art Alongs channel in our Discord. There are a lot of really cute names: Starry Winter, Dusk Sky, Blue Hole, Sunrise Blossom, Arctic Ocean. Okay, let's just try a whole bunch of them. This is Starry Winter, and I'm just gonna, oh my God, that came out way faster than I thought it was going to come out. I really want to try Blue Hole. Lately, I've been very into teal. And let's also try Mint Beryl. This is a specific set. It does not have every single color. You can see that it's more greens and blues. This one is Sunrise Blossom. Oh my God. These are really delicate. I squeezed out way too much. If you decide to get this set, make sure you remember that. They're squaring out really fast. And by the way, the link to this product is in the video description below. I was not able to find this specific set anywhere except Pigmentopia, which is, oh my God, that place. It's like an art supply museum, and you can buy things there. Okay, let's start just a bunch of these before I start to get too involved. Maybe I'll get a slightly bigger brush. Let's just test these out. Shoot, I should have squirted them out as I tried it, because now I don't remember which color is which. Okay, so a bunch of people are saying the video is very choppy. I'm going to chalk that up to my internet, which was acting up a little bit. Hopefully that will come out better pretty soon. If it gets really bad, I can see if I can change something. I can say that it looks okay from my end, but of course I could be wrong. Hopefully it will settle in. Okay, we're gonna do just some initial colors. Okay, the first one I want to try Mint Beryl, which is this teal color. I'm going to do a nice big blob of it. Okay, so far that feels like regular watercolors. I mean, that feels like regular watercolors. Maybe I'm using them wrong. Let me do a bigger patch. Although this is sort of a gradient. Let me just do a gradient down here. Is that how it's supposed to look? Let me do some wet and wet. Maybe add a little more water so we get some more of a bleed going through. I'm just going to sit and watch it spread. I don't know. It doesn't look very granulating to me. I don't know. Does anybody else use these? I'm just using them like typical watercolors, but maybe it is more in the bleed. Let me try this. Something a little darker here. I'll do a little bit more of a wash. And maybe up here I'll do it a little thicker. See what it's like if I really layer it up. Huh. I don't know. They don't feel that different, you guys. I think a couple of people have some suggestions. Ilsa says, I use a lot of granulating watercolors. The trick is using a lot of water to suspend the particles. Okay, sounds like I'm not doing enough water. Alexander says, the big difference with granulating is wet on wet. You won't always see much until it dries. Parvi says, what paper are you using? Granulations are more apparent on textured paper. Yes, I am using Arch's cold press, so it is a rough surface. Yeah, that was my reaction too, Jessica. I was like, it's not that different. I was expecting like big fireworks or something. Well, let's try what somebody said earlier about making it more wet on wet. Oh, Alexander says, I get that quite often. I'm very careful not to squeeze tubes, and I just prepare for a blowout the first time I open new tubes. These are so much more delicate than other watercolors I've used. Actually, I've used Old Holland watercolors, and those were so stiff. There were some where I was like squeezing out as hard as I possibly could, and nothing was really happening. All right, let me do a really, really wet area, and then you can all tell me. And also tell me in the comments if the video is better. Hopefully my internet is going to settle in some more. Okay, so we're going to make this really wet. I'm just going to throw down a lot of water. I mean, I guess the main thing is that you are able to make these wet on wet things. Okay, let's try another color. This one is Blue Hole. Okay. Actually, I think it's a little bright. Let me make it a little bit darker. Hopefully you guys can see things better. Although I just bumped into Hugh Jackman. Because I need to find a better way to display him. Okay, hopefully you can all see this a little bit better. Okay, so this is Blue Hole. I'm going to really lay it down. All right, this is super wet up here. And then down here at the bottom, I'm going to layer up something nice and thick. I don't know. To me, it just looks like another bleed. Am I doing this wrong? Or maybe I had different expectations? I thought it was going to be more dramatic. Am I using it wrong? I put down a lot of water. And by the way, I'm so glad that some of you are here to help me with this. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I sort of see it here. It's like the edge of the bleed. It looks like little spider webs. It's not super soft. Actually, I do have regular watercolors. Let's do a comparison. How about over here? Like this. Okay. We're going to just do a nice big bleed. I'm just going to use regular watercolors. All right, so this is a lot of water. I hope the stream is still working. I think my internet is not great. Let me just double check on my phone. Hopefully we'll be able to figure this out. Whoops, there goes my phone. Oh yeah, I guess my desktop is not catching up, so I might have to look at comments just on my phone. Okay. Oh no, it is updating. Okay, cool. All right, this is regular watercolor. Let's just do blue so we have a comparison. Okay, so this is regular watercolor. I want to see what the difference is in the bleeds. Although this is just on my palette. These are the ones, they're just dry here. Let me just really punch it up. Actually, we could compare, because I also Daniel Smith. See what the Daniel Smith looks like by comparison. Okay, so this is regular watercolor. I don't know, it looks the same. Am I doing it wrong? Like, to me, there's not a big difference. Does anybody here see a big difference? Because I feel like I don't. All right, let me mark these so that way we don't forget what is what, but we can try the Daniel Smith as well. Okay, so this one is Winsor. I need a better marker. This is Winsor and Newton. Watercolors. And this one is the Kusakabe. Kusakabe granulating watercolor, and the color here is Blue Hole. And then on this side, we also have the Kusakabe. And this color is Mint Beryl. Okay. Mint Beryl granulating. Okay. Let me pick up some of the water. This is like crazy wet. And then I'll post some close-ups in the Discord, and that way you can all see what it looks like. Sorry, there's a little bit of glare happening here, but there you might be able to see it a little better. I'll just put a marker underneath, and that might make it easier for you guys to see. I don't know. I thought it was going to be more crazy because I've seen people use it. Let me go get my Daniel Smith. Let's see what that looks like. The regular Daniel Smith. I don't have Daniel Smith's watercolor that's granulating. Hang on. Wow, I'm amazed. I found it so fast. Tell me in the comments, how many of you here are so bad at organizing your supplies that you end up buying things twice, even though you know for sure you own it? Has there been a supply like that for you? Because yesterday I had this impulse to do some silver point. And I know that I have a silver point needle. Tore my house apart trying to find this one needle, couldn't find it, and guess what? I am so going to the store tomorrow. All right, we do have some suggestions here. Barolina says lots of water is the key to get the granulation going. Yeah, I did put down, like, this is a big blob of water. And, oh, Nancy has a couple. They are Daniel Smith French Ultramarine and Potter's Pink that I think is schminke. Potter's Pink doesn't play nice mixed with other colors and is so granulating. Oh, good, everybody. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I mean, thank goodness that silver point needle I have, it's not a very nice one, so it didn't really cost very much, but I'm annoyed I have to go to the store now. Okay, we're going to try some just regular Daniel Smith, and we'll also do more of the granulations. Oh, wait, I told you all I was going to take a photo. Let me put that in here because a reminder, everybody, everything that we have going is all here in the chat. And look at this. We have several people in here already. Lisa feels the need to clean. Oh my gosh, Lisa, you made so many! Because Lisa and I were chatting about these clay models at Open Studios. And I think at the time, Lisa, you only had 2. And now there's a whole army. Oh, I love seeing your desk. That's one of the funnest things in the Discord is seeing everybody's workspace. Jess is working on soft pastels and struggling. Let's take a quick glance. All right. Yeah, one thing you could try, Jessica, if you're frustrated, is really, really build up the white because the yellow is very transparent. And so if you put down like giant chunks of white, that then becomes the foundation because yellow by itself, it's not significant enough. So try that. And we also have artistic nudity. I think this is fine. Oh, here it is. Okay, sorry, I should have clicked on that first. Yeah, and the other thing, Jessica, is it's a lot of layers. I have some soft pastel drawings. It's like 6 layers for me to get to the colors that I want. And Salinas also has watercolors that came in. Oh, they're so sparkly. Salinas, you have to tell us what is the brand. Maybe if you can post a link or an image in the Discord. Of course, we all need to try out more different supplies as much as possible. Okay, let's get back into this. Oh, no, I said I was going to take a photo. Okay, give me a second. Although I don't want it to run too much. I'll take some close-ups so you guys can see a little better what the granulations really look like, but I don't know. I'm just not seeing that much. Okay. I'll put these in the Discord. And a reminder, go into the Art Alongs channel. That's where everybody is hanging out, and you can post anything you're working on right now or new fun art supplies, anything you have found recently. Okay, so these are now in the Discord. You guys should be able to take a look at what that's like. Okay, we're going to do comparison. Let me do another granulating one, and then we'll put the Daniel Smith right next to it. Okay, let's do a lot of water. Oops. Oh, shoot. What is all that? Why is that orange? Oh, it's this brush. This brush is so... Ew. Oh, my God. Did you see that? Look, it's all yellow. Yuck. All right. Well, let's do a brownish... Or let's do green. I think green would be good. Okay. So we're going to try this green. It's sort of like a olive green. Let's try this out. I'll just do one big bleed down the middle. I mean, I was going to paint a image of the sky, but I feel like I won't be able to control anything. This is really nuts. Okay, so this is more the straight watercolor without a bleed. I mean, they are very fluid. I am definitely feeling that. They're very soft and velvety watercolors. But the thing is, like, this isn't enough of a difference for me to want to use them. And the thing is, I'm not really an abstract painter. I feel like these are not necessarily the best fit for the way I paint. I mean, it's still really fun to make bleeds. How many people here work with watercolor in any capacity? It doesn't have to be granulating, because Watercolor is one of those techniques. It just took me such a long time to feel like I had any power over anything. Okay, I think this is Olive Safari. I can't remember if this is the same color, but let's put it here. See what that looks like. I'm going to get some that's really thick and dark because I want to see the range. There, that's pretty. Okay, now let's get some water. And let's just, maybe I'll just drop some water in here. Let's just see how that activates. My first impression is that these are really great if you are working more abstractly, but as somebody who paints figuratively a lot, it's probably not the best fit for the way I paint, although I don't know, maybe it really would work well for the sky, because I could certainly do a layer like this, which is more abstract. I could let it dry, and then I suppose I could just paint into it, because if I'm just making a mark like this, I mean, that really looks like just regular watercolor. Maybe I'll try that, because the reference image that I picked, and it is in the video description below, it is this image of this crazy intense sunset that I saw in Utah a couple years ago, and it looked just like this. I mean, it looked like the apocalypse, like the sun had exploded. Like, I've never ever seen a sunset like this before. It was so, I mean, it really looked like it was coming out of a movie. I could not believe it. Okay, let me try. Well, let me mark this before I forget. Okay, so this one here, this one is, how do you spell it? Kusakabe. Kusakabe. And this is olive green. Oh no, olive safari. Whoops, sorry. Olive safari. Does that mean you go on a safari and there are olives? Or is the whole thing olives and there's no animals? Granulating. Or is it a safari with animals, but then they let you eat olives on the safari? I've never been on the safari before. I would love to go and see animals. I just feel like when I see animals, it's like magic. Okay, so we're going to try a Daniel Smith now. Let me pick this up and move to the other side. Shoot, I think this is going to spill everywhere. Oh, well, there it goes. Okay. All right, so let's do Daniel Smith, just straight watercolor. We're going to put down a big wash of water. So hopefully the video is not choppy anymore. Let me know in the chat if it is still choppy. I hope it's not. I think it was just my internet. My internet has not been great lately. Okay, this is another green. This is Jadeite Genuine. I've never heard of that before. Okay, this is a Daniel Smith. And again, I'm going to put down quite a bit of it because I want to see how it works. The Daniel Smith is definitely softer. Like when I dipped my brush in, I could feel a very visible difference. And I also feel like the pigment is stronger in the Daniel Smith. I don't know. The Daniel Smiths are really nice. Has anybody here used Daniel Smiths for watercolor? Because I can't believe I went for so long without using Daniel Smith. It wasn't until Mia told me, and a couple of you bought me some of the Daniel Smith, that I started using it. And I'm just in love with the flow. The flow is amazing. Like, look at that. It got so dark. I don't know. I don't see a big difference, you guys. Like, can somebody tell me, is this right? Let me look in the comments and see. And actually, let me take a photo so you guys can see a better version of this. And maybe some of you in the Discord can do some detective work to help me out. Sorry, there's a lot of glare here. I have a lot of lights on right now. It's fiddling with the lights for so long before the stream. All right, these are going in the Discord. Yeah, and tell me in the comments, did those of you who have painted with watercolor before, did you find it difficult? Because I remember when I was in high school and I was using watercolors, I was trying to use them as if they were acrylics, which is stupid because I was like laying it on super thick and I didn't, I guess, comprehend the idea of a wash. Like that was never something that occurred to me because all of my experience with painting up until that point had been entirely with oils and acrylics. And it really wasn't until I took Andrew Raftery's class when I was a sophomore in painting at RISD that he had us doing all these ink wash drawings. And that's when I really understood washes. I had never really done them up until that point, but then I was able to apply that knowledge of the ink wash into the context of watercolor, and then things start to make more sense. The other thing I did too with watercolor is I used markers as my training wheels because the longest time watercolor just felt like something I couldn't control. And using the markers was a great way for me to get some of that back, and then I could go a little crazier with the watercolor. Okay, let's see. Uma is saying if you put a drop of different colors on wet paper, the granulated colors will mix with more interesting effects. Oh, let's try it. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, this is Daniel Smith, so let me turn this around. Oh man, I put way too much water on this. Ugh. It's going everywhere. All right, let's try a different color. How about, we got a smaller brush. What color is this? Oh, that's a blue. Well, let me see. They do have this sunrise blossom. I can't tell if this is purple or not, though. Let's just try it. Okay, we'll put it over here. Okay, so let's drop some of sunrise blossom into the olive safari. What is sunrise blossom? Can one of you define this for me? Okay, so this is also sunrise blossom. Okay, and this one is Daniel Smith. And it was jadeite. How do you spell that? I've never even heard of that. Jadeite genuine. Okay, we're going to try sunrise blossom to go on top. Oh, that's very purple. Whoa, you guys see that? Oh, it's so purple. Look at that. That is so pretty. That's so weird. I was expecting it to be almost like maroon, but it's almost like a very reddish purple. It doesn't have a lot of blue in it. Okay, here we go. Let's see how this olive safari interacts with sunrise blossom. And I'm going to put it over here where it's all very dark. Let's see how it meshes or not with that green. Oh, do you know what the olive green is doing? What? Okay, I got to take a photo of this. You guys may be able to see it. Do you see the olive green? It's making these weird patterns. I feel like that has to be the granulation, because regular watercolors, I've never really seen them do that before. Okay, so I'm going to post this picture. This is Olive Safari next to Sunrise Blossom. I wonder who gets to come up with these color names. That is really cool. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. It'll be more visible in the Discord. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Does everybody see? That must be the granulation, right? Because does everybody see here where the white is going into the purple? Okay, thank you, Salinas. Thank you for confirming that's the granulation. Okay. Honeyfoot says granulation is just more texture. Let me see what it's doing over here. That looks really crunchy. Okay, I see that as a granulation. Now, the other ones that I posted. Okay, this one is regular Daniel Smith. And you can see this is the bleed. And then the one, this one is the granulating. Let's see up close. Oh, yes, I can see it. Do you guys see this? It almost looks like leopard skin. Let's look at this part. That's the granulation, right, everybody? Oh, I like this. Butter says, like looking into tide pools. But the thing is, granulating watercolor experts, help me with this. I really like this. Like, how do I get this onto the paper? Because to me, this is more exciting than what's happening on the paper. Like, how do I get that? The paper, it just seems to go everywhere. Is it that the palette surface is smooth? Oh, what would happen if I put it on Yupo paper? Would that work? I'm so glad you are all here to help me with this because I have no idea how this works. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Parvi, is it looks like bacteria that's like sprouting. That's really beautiful. Okay, so Selena says it should be more apparent as it dries. Shorty is saying, is it just beating up because of the surface? I don't think so. You know what? I'm pretty sure that I have some mineral paper. Oh, no, stone paper. Nancy got me stone paper. Maybe I should try that because somebody else told me today that you can do silver point on stone paper, and I did not know that. So now I'm wondering if, well, maybe it wouldn't work on Yupo. I have to just go get the silver point needle. Okay, so Anahita says, agree with hot press. Most people go for cold, but I find these chunks show up better on a smoother surface. Okay, let me go get some other painting supplies, and you can all think about art club and how you should join because it's so much fun and we get to hang out with each other and give each other feedback. Talk amongst yourselves. Which watercolor would win? Olive Safari or Sunrise Blossom? I vote for Olive Safari. I thought I had, did I use on my hot press? What the heck? I didn't find anything. Oh, maybe my Yupo's over here? Or I could try the Stonehenge paper. Oh, where is it? Oh, here it is. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I found the stone paper. Okay, we're going to try that and see how that looks. And I'm also going to try it on Yupo. I think Yupo would look really good. But let me see what people are saying. in the comments. Butter says, do you have any extra granulation medium to plop in? It works on acrylic ink to separate too. What is granulation medium, Butter? I have no idea what that is. We also have more interpretations. Jessica says that Sunrise Blossom is definitely an overpriced drink I've ordered trying to look cool at a Boston bar. Oh, that makes me miss Boston. I am going to go to Rhode Island in February. I'm going to be able to do a lot of shooting with Kat and Mia and Dorian. That's going to be really, really fun. Selena says, I hated watercolors when I was younger until I had good paper. Now it's my main medium. Oh, the paper you have for watercolor, especially, it's make or break. If you have bad paper, it's all over. Oh, Jen, bringing up something controversial. So I'd like to know from all of you, because Jen thinks that Daniel Smith is overrated. How many people here agree? And fine if you've never used it before, but I've heard that a lot. People are like, that's overrated. But then I'm like, I really like it. I don't know. Maybe my standards are not high enough. Val says, heard they're amazing. There's a controversy years back about their CEOs on professionalism. Oh, I didn't hear about that. Jennifer says, I work with watercolor at home. I like to blob in at the beginning for a couple layers, then rotate after drawing. Let the painting tell me what it wants it to be. I wish I could do that. I'm just not a spontaneous person in that way. Paula says, I've never used. Do you mean that it's supposed to be more grainy? Texture that a regular watercolor wouldn't have? Gosh, I guess Sunrise Blossom is a cocktail with gin, grapefruit juice. Fantastic. Oh, Nancy. Some of you may have seen I teased this on a YouTube community post that I signed something this week. I signed a contract. I'm not going to tell you what it's for. And by the way, the thing that's coming up in March, we're going to announce it very soon, imminently. There's 2 pieces of Art Prof news that are very exciting. Although I think the one in March is more exciting. But anyway, I did sign something. What do you think it was? A lot of people have theories here. Okay, let's try the stone paper, which is basically like mineral paper. Okay. So everybody guess, what was the contract for that I signed this week? And remember, the thing in March is a much bigger deal. So you're going to have to theorize what that is as well. Okay, let's try. This is the stone paper. And actually, I can zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see better. Although I do need to refocus. So give me a second to do that. Oh, wait, it doesn't like that. I have to put something here to focus. Okay. All right, let's just make a note. This is stone paper. Thank you to Nancy for buying this for me. Okay, so we're trying the granulating watercolors. I'll put down some water. Let's try a different color this time. Oh, I think there's like oil on there from my hands. Oh, well, okay, let's try this. Is this the same? Oh, no, this is the same color. Okay, I should try. Well, let me move this a little closer. You guys would not believe the setup that I had to make for today. It was a little bit out of control. Okay, let's try. There's a blue here. All right. Oh, whoa. Oh, you can see it way better. on the stone paper. Oh my gosh. Maybe it's better to have a super smooth surface. I'm going to really build it up. Let's make it very dark down here. All right, let's just drip more water on top, but I feel like this is better. I feel like it's way more evident here. All right, I'm going to dip some of this, what was it, blue hole? Put it all the way in here. Like that's starting to look more like the stuff on the palette that we saw earlier. All right, let me just drip a whole lot of water over this whole thing. Let's just see where this stuff goes. I'm going to build this up. Let's make this really juicy, rich color. I mean, it almost looks like textured alcohol inks. Oh my God, look at that. Okay, that's what I was thinking would be amazing. Okay, let's get more of the blue. I feel like in here. Ooh, what is that? There's like goop on this. Is that like a dry piece? What is going on there? Oh, it's okay. I just picked up a giant blob of it. Yeah, I feel like if I were to use these, I would rather use them on a soft surface, because here we're like, this totally looks like that bacteria pool that we were talking about. Let me see what happens if I lift, because actually I have a sponge here and I wonder if those are going to stay. I'm just going to push it around a little bit. I think there's some oil here for my hand. Let me try another color. How about, what's this? Witch Bordeaux? What is Witch Bordeaux? Okay, let's try it. I think it's like brown. Let's take a look. Okay, I'm just going to put it on straight so I can see the color better. Whoa. Oh, that is so beautiful and rich. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, nice. That's okay. I have to say, I'm a fan of it on smooth paper. I think it's just the granulation, at least for me, it wasn't showing up that well, but oh, whoa. Do you guys see in here? Oh my gosh. This is something actually that we have in lithography. I don't know how to say it in French, but it's called frog skin. And it's a very particular type of look. I'm just tilting it because I know it's getting a lot of glare. Let's move this around a little bit more. Weird. Okay, I like that. Let me show you this brown part. I'll take some photos and put them into the Discord and you guys can see. Actually, I'm curious what it'll be like on the Yupo paper, because the Yupo paper, it's more plasticky. I feel like the mineral paper, the stone paper, it's a little bit more soft. It sort of has this like satin effect. Oh, yes. I'm getting my tide pool fix. This is great. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. I'm totally getting what was on the palette earlier. Okay, this can work, everybody. This is okay. I like this. This is it. Thank you, Lynn. Gosh, I don't know how to say that. Frog Grenu? Poe. Yeah, I think it was like something Poe. Yeah. Well, so this is not hot press. This is stone paper. It's like mineral paper. It's like a soft Yupo. Yupo to me is very plasticky, and it has that rigid quality. So Anahita says M. Graham and Da Vinci also make honey-based watercolors. Lovely and juicy, but they remain used from the tube. Oh, I mean, this is very wet right now. Oh, you know, it's changing. Oh my God, what? You guys, it's changing. Hang on. Oh my gosh, it looks so much better when it's, whoa. Oh my gosh. Cool. I guess I just have to be more patient, everybody. I like the parts where, like, the super flowy stuff. I guess to me, that looks more like acrylic pour or something, but the frog skin stuff, that's what it makes me think of. Let me pull some of these up into the Discord, and we can also take a look at what other folks are doing in there. Manette really wants to try it. How many people after this demo want to try it? And how many people are like, oh, it's nice, but I'm not going to buy it? I mean, there's always a reason to get art supplies. Oh, Nancy says ampersand watercolor boards. What are those? I haven't used those before. Does that have like watercolor ground on it? That is really cool. Okay, so let me show everybody what's happening in the Discord. Oh, Lisa's got black gesso. I've never used black gesso before. It makes me wonder, what is the temperature of it, Lisa? Is it more cool or more warm? I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of black. I mean, this one, I know it's just the photo, but it looks warm in there. Black covers like you wouldn't believe. Wow, that is very matte. What brand is that, Lisa? I'd love to know. Oh, and Silver Song has been working on this watercolor for several art-alongs now, and look at so much work has gone into this. And Silver Song, I love the way the background's so transparent because you have the cacao pods, and these look very volumetric. Oh, and I love the brown into the yellow. I mean, you've been so patient with this piece. That's another fun thing about these art-alongs, is that I'm following other people working on their stuff in here. Oh, so Big Chopper says, not my painting, inspiration for what can be achieved with watercolor. This is by Peter Waltz, Lady in Entryway. Love the fine detail. Let me take a look. I don't think I've heard of this artist before. Wow. Yeah, I really like how delicate a lot of this is up here. Actually, I really like the ground. I think it's very subtle. It's very low in contrast. Yeah, remember, everybody, share anything you want in the Discord. You don't have to make work to hang out in the Discord. If you just want to share an artist or a material, we're always happy to see that. Okay, let me show all of you what I'm looking at. Look at this. Oh, that's a little bit out of focus. Hang on, let me find a better one. Maybe you can see it here. Okay, that looks like granulating watercolor to me. It really, does anybody here agree? Do you think it looks like frog skin or maybe toad skin? Actually, my favorite toad I ever saw in my entire life, I was at, I think it was at the Mystic Aquarium in Connecticut. Like, this is nice. Oh, I like this. There was a toad who was in a glass case. He looked like, I'm not kidding, just a giant pile of blobby poop. I mean, you almost wouldn't know he was a toad. And I so wish I had taken a picture of him because he was very impressive. Okay, let's look at the brown. Ooh, that's so weird. Like, how does it get this like super crisp line? And it really looks like it's glowing. I really like this, everybody. Okay, stone paper, in my opinion, is the way to go. Let's look at this one. That's so bizarre. Look at up here. Look at that. Yeah, I'm a fan. Oh, okay, so Lisa says it's warm like mud, and this is from US Art Supply. I've never used black gesso before. Those of you who have used any kind of gesso, tell me in the chat, what gesso do you like using? Because I actually don't have a lot of experience with gesso, but I know Lauren has used Utrecht and also what's the other brand? Liquitex? Yes, she has used those two gessos before. I haven't had to gesso something for a really long time, but what I do really want to try is clear gesso. I've always wanted to get a piece of wood that has really dramatic grain and knots in it, and then put clear gesso on it and then paint in a way that the grain of the wood would really show. Okay, so Alexander says the honey is just a different binder. I've not had any honey-based ones, but I'm told they are shiny and a bit sticky. Ugh, I don't think I like that. Well, because I figured out the reason I don't like those water mixable oils, the Winsor & Newton ones, is because I don't like sticky paint. That really bothers me. I don't like the way it feels in my brush. It feels sticky, and that's not my cup of tea. Oh, Shorty Angel. It looks like sugar candies, rock sugar candies, and candy rocks. Cute. Val says the Viva watercolors, which are watercolors particularly in card form. Weird. Okay, and Parvi says watercolor board is amazing. Switch completely from paper to boards for completed works. Oh, I've never tried that before. I guess I'm so addicted to paper that the idea of watercolor on a board doesn't seem that exciting, but hey, I'll try anything once. I love how we are a gigantic art supply research team. It's great. Learn about so many supplies through all of you. In retrospect, what I was using in art school was extremely limited. I mean, one of the reasons I didn't try a lot of things in art school is because it's just expensive. I just wasn't able to afford all those different things. But because all of you have helped me so much getting supplies, I have been able to demonstrate a lot of different things. By the way, speaking of supplies, who wants to see more unboxings? Because a couple more things arrived in the recent week. Let's take a look. Okay, what is happening in here? There's like 5 things. It's awesome. Okay, let's see what this one is. Something in a bottle. Oh, it's the M. Graham walnut oil medium. Oh, let me open it up. I need a... Where's my scissors? Oh, here they are. This was something that people suggested for the solvent-free oil painting. And I'm very curious. Oh, thank goodness it's all wrapped up. It's like super... Gosh, oh my God, this thing really leaked. Sheesh. Ah! Oh my God, it's like super wet. Yuck. Okay, well, this is dripping wet. This is the M. Graham Artist Oil Walnut Oil, and this is what you could use in water solvent-free oil painting. And I'm going to take photos of these and I'll put them into the Discord as well. And let's see who gave it to me. Oh, it's from a family member. Awesome. Okay, we got more to unbox. Oh, you know what? This is from Lauren. I have no idea what this is. Let's see. Gosh, what is Lauren sending me? Last time she sent me a book from Ari Shapiro. What is this? Oh my god, you guys! It's a keeping ornament. Oh my god! I can't believe Lauren gave this to me. Look, I'll hold it up close so you guys can see it better. That's so sweet. I can't believe Lauren got that for me. I think there's a card in here. Let me see. That's the card. This is from Lauren. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm not going to read it because it's a personal note. But anyway, I can't believe she got this for me. I'll take a picture and put it in the Discord so all of you can see. I really like that we can do stuff in the Discord because it just realized that it is really helpful when we're trying to get like crystal clear images of the work, because before we were doing the chats after the art alongs and you'd have to wait until then to see it. But tell me in the comments, do you guys like seeing the photos in the Discord during the stream? I certainly do, but I want to make sure you guys like it as well. I can't believe she got me this. This is so cute. Okay, we have more. I think there's at least 2 more things. Okay, let's see what this one is. Oh, nice. Oh, look, somebody got me M. Graham basic gouache set. You want to open it? Well, I shouldn't though, because guess what, everybody? I don't know if anybody has taken a look at the live stream schedule recently, but I did update it. And guess what, everybody? This is the schedule. It's on artprof.org. Okay, so here we have the regular schedule, and I have been trying to announce the live streams a lot sooner so everybody can find out. And then the other thing too, everybody, you can see up here, I've now started creating Discord events. And this is really nice because you can get a notification. All you have to do is you come into the stream. Oh, I guess you can't do it up there. Okay, I think I posted it in the general chat. But what's really nice about the Discord events is that it pops up like this. And if you click, oh, maybe it's past because it just started. Anyway, there's a little button and it says interested. And if you click on that, it gives you a notification like this. I know sometimes the time zones are very confusing, so this is a great way to make sure you have the exact time. But anyway, let's look at the schedule, because guess what? There is a gouache marathon happening starting February 21st. And that is going to be a 3-day marathon. Several people have been kind enough to get me the gouache sets. Okay, so this is M. Graham, their gouache set. And I'd also like to try Daniel Smith gouache, and also, oh, I need Winsor Newton. I've tried Winsor Newton, but I don't have a set. And we do have the wish list. So if anybody here wants to go down to the video description below, you will see this is my wish list. And if there's anything you want to send me for the marathon, that's super helpful. I was not able to do the painting marathon without everyone's help. There's no way I could have pulled that off if people hadn't sent me those supplies. But you can see here, I would like to try the Daniel Smith gouache. And we also have, what was the other one? Oh, here, Winsor Newton gouache introductory set. But anyway, you can go down to the description below, and that will allow you to take a look at the supplies. Okay, I guess I can't unbox it. I should wait till the gouache marathon. Okay, I think we have one more thing. All right, it's in a big box. It must be important. Okay, let's see what's in the big box. Oh wait, did I thank the person who gave me the M. Graham thing? Did I lose it? Oh no, it's in here. Okay. So many receipts. Why is that cut up? Look, this is all it gave me. Did I lose it? Ah, shoot. Okay, let's see. Oh man, somebody got me the Cobra water mixable oils. Now, these are the ones that people have told me are supposedly way better than the Winsor & Newton ones. So we'll find out. And certainly this is something, you know what I'm going to do? Let me try these on the figure painting that I started on the painting marathon, because then I will keep that painting all water mixable oils. Let's see if the Cobra is any better. Has anybody tried the Cobra? I don't really have a lot of experience with Royal Talons. It's not a brand that I use all the time, but let's find out who to thank for the Cobras. This is from Rebecca. Rebecca, thank you so much for sending me these supplies, and thank you all for making all of that happen. Yes, Jen, you should come to Open Studios and the voice chat. So if people don't know what we are talking about, our art club is a wonderful group in the Discord. It's a smaller group than in the public channel. You get very long critiques from me. I record them as audios and also provide transcripts. You also get voice sessions with staff, including Jordan, Lauren, and Deepti. We have open studio sessions, which is basically exactly like what we're doing right now, except you get to talk to us on voice. And there is no 3-1 critique rule. So if you come into Art Club, you do not have to critique other people's work. I mean, it's nice if you do, but there's no requirement. In the public channels, we do require that people write pretty long, substantial critiques. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, Parvi, because I just really don't like the Winsor & Newton ones. I mean, I probably could deal, but I don't know. We'll see. Parvi says our marathon's going to be a regular thing now. We'll see. I mean, if you guys tell me what you want, I'll do the best I can. I mean, the biggest hurdle for the marathons is the supplies. So as long as people get me the supplies, I can certainly try to do more marathons. Jennifer says, maybe dry your brush a bit when picking up colors. Okay, thank you for that tip. Oh, and up here, Jennifer says, problem with the granulation on the arches is your brush picks up so much water that it diluted the pigments. Okay. Okay, let's try the Yupo paper. And I'll be interested to see what this looks like when it dries as well. We'll also look at some of the other ones. Okay, where's my Yupo paper? I just had it. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, this Yupo paper, this is Yupo Heavy, and it's very thick. I feel like it's thicker than Bristol board. It's that dramatic. Let's try some out. Yeah. So if you guys see this, it's basically super, super smooth Bristol board. It's very satiny. It's so much thicker. I mean, I feel like for that reason alone, I would like the Yupo better. It's just more durable. The stone paper and the mineral paper, they're very nice, but they do wrinkle a lot. Like I did a drawing on mineral paper and I was pressing down hard with a colored pencil and oh, it did not last. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty on the, I feel like it looks prettiest on the palette. I don't know. Okay, let's try some more colors. How about I'm curious about Arctic Ocean. Okay, let's try that. See what that looks like. Oh, and let me move this over. You can see more of my palette. What's going on? Okay, so we'll put some of this over here. I'm going to try not to press so hard. Ooh, oh my gosh, Arctic Ocean is really thick, everybody. The other ones are super juicy and blobby. This one is, wow, it's so stiff. Okay, so this is Arctic Ocean. Let me write that here. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay, so this is Arctic Ocean. This is the Kurakabe granulating. Okay, let's try this. All right, let's get some water. Oh, I gotta wash my brush. Okay. Hopefully the video's better, everybody. Let me know. This is with my DSLR, which is much better than my old webcam, but I know my internet hasn't been fantastic. Ooh, it's like a really ashy blue. Okay, let's see. Okay, that looks like pretty normal. Yeah, because I can see on my end that the stream is refreshing a little bit. It could be that that's what's happening. Yeah, here, that's probably oil from my hand. Yeah, sorry, my internet is telling me that it's not doing so great. All right, let's add some more water just all around here. We'll do some bleeds. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do a painting. I want to just play with this. I mean, I need the playtime. Plus, it's Friday. I don't want to work hard on Friday. It's not a very powerful color. The other colors are way stronger. I think it's this purple. This is very strong. Okay, I'm going to drop some of this in here. Just little dots. I think it's doing the frog skin thing. Oh my God, look at that. That is major frog skin. Oh my gosh, it's even better on the Yupo. I mean, it was nice on the stone paper, but I'm like already seeing that frog skin effect. Like over here. I mean, I'm just sitting here. What do you guys see it moving? Like this spot? Look at this spot here. Do you guys see it moving? I don't know if the video quality is strong enough, but I'm like watching it happen. Oh, let me do this. Let's zoom in all the way. Let's see. Maybe you guys can like really see it if I do this. Let's try this. Okay. Do you guys see it moving? Right there? Okay, that I really, really like. Let me try a little bit more. Maybe I can do more of that. How about over here? Yeah, this I like. Gosh, that's so funny because I always thought that a more textured paper would be better to show the granulation, but it seems like that's not the case. It seems like the smoothness of the Yupo paper actually brings that out. Oh, Chopper says the granulation reminds me of those paintings done with colored sand. Yes, Jennifer. It's very yummy. I mean, I'm just watching it move. Arches paper for pros. I mean, it's very different for me to use such a smooth paper. That's not typically my thing. Thank you so much, Alina, for the super chat. Thank you for the stream. 3 a.m. here, but I was drawing already, wanted to catch this. It's fun to make art while listening. Well, thank you so much for your support. And by the way, everybody, another fun thing is that because I am going to Providence in February, there are a lot of models on the RISD campus. And I do know several of them, and some of you guys have spent time drawing Ken and Linda and Lori. But if we can raise money for that, I can shoot a lot of new reference photos because I know a lot of people have been using them for example, we just did the anatomy workshop. We used a lot of them for that. But if you guys want new reference photos, and I'll shoot way more this time. Last time I was sort of in a rush. I didn't really have time to do it. But if people want more images of figures, nude figures, I mean, I can't post the ones that show certain body parts without getting in trouble. So I have to do some particular cropping and stuff like that. But if that's something you guys want to see, I did start a goal on the live chat, and you guys can see that is an option because I like to pay the models well. I don't like to pay them $15 an hour, which is what they were paying them. I don't know what RISD gives them now, but it has never been that much. So if people want that, please let me know. I want to come back and lift a little. It's just like super, super wet. Okay. And then I'll take some photos for you guys to see. Ooh. Is this better, you guys, to see it up close? I hope it's better. It looks better to me. Well, I'm wondering what's going to happen now that I did that. What happens if I rub it away? Let me see. I'll do it like I was doing it in the oils. Oh, that rubs away really nicely. Look at that. Ooh. Wow, it really stays. Oh my gosh, the Yupo paper is better than the stone paper. Wow, look. Do you guys see how the white of the page, how it glows? Okay, I gotta take some photos for you guys to see because there's some serious texture in here. I'm going to zoom in a lot so all of you can see. Like definitely in the parts that have dried, I am it's the frog skin that's happening. Okay, so what I'm divining from the granulating watercolor is that I need it. Well, this is me. I know people will obviously use it the way they want to use it, but I feel like I like it on the Yupo paper, super smooth, and I like using it when it dries. So it seems like when you're making it, it's not really doing all the granulating. A lot of the granulating seems to happen as it's drying. And it does seem completely chaotic and totally impossible to control. I think it would be fun as a foundation for painting something else on top. At least for me, I probably wouldn't. Well, I don't know. Maybe I would paint with them. But the really fun granulating stuff seems to be really rooted in something that is like super, super spontaneous. All right, let me show all of you what is happening in the Discord because I did just post a whole bunch. So this is the channel. If you're looking for it, it's Art Alongs. Just scroll up and down on the left menu. But this is the frog skin. Does everybody see that? This is what I like. There's something like that in litho, but actually in lithography it's even more sensitive. Do you guys like that? Tell me in the comments. Do you like the frog skin? I'm just going to call it that because that's what it reminds me of. Ooh, look at that. Wow. Look at that color. It's super intense. Oh my gosh. That is really impressive. All right, let's look at this one. Okay, here is where we're really seeing the granulation, everybody. Like up here. Yeah, so I would say it's definitely to push as much of the effect as possible. You would have to completely relinquish control. Like, it's not the type of thing where you would have any hope of controlling it in order to do the granulation, because if you do it like a regular painting, the granulation won't be so clear. So I would say my assessment so far has been that it's great for making texture and spontaneous marks, but if you want to do something that's like really controlled, it's probably not the best fit for that. But I'm loving these colors. What color is that? Is that the... What color is this? Witch Bordeaux. That is the brown that we are looking at. Yeah, look it up here. So this is where I dabbed it with a towel. Did I not post the highlight? Let me see. Oh yeah, let me post the whole thing, because there's this one spot where the highlight I rubbed away that's really beautiful. So let me post some of those, and then I'll also post the whole thing so you guys can see the entire image. I mean, I feel like this should be therapy. Like, I already feel more relaxed. Okay, so let's pop in the 3 more images. There's one here that has the wipe away. Okay, so this is Yupo paper, and this white part is where I've removed it with a rag, and you can see, look at those beautiful edges. Oh my God, look at that. That is, oh, so ethereal. And okay, I really like them now. Isn't it funny? Like, when we first started the stream, I didn't like them very much. I guess it really comes down to surface. I think some people here said earlier that you are supposed to do them on Arch's cold press paper, but I really, really like that. Oh, we have more stuff. Butter, too fascinated by watercolors. All I can manage is a sketch of my coat rack. I should say that I never could sketch anything before Art Prof. Now I can relax that way. Let's take a look at the coat rack. See, I love that you're drawing this butter, because it's such an ordinary thing, but look at the energy in your strokes and all of the texture that's in here. I just think sometimes people feel like they have to draw something that's super complicated for it to be interesting, but that's not all you need. Oh, so Lisa's adding a layer of gesso with a card. Ooh. Well, Lauren uses a baking spatula. Oh no, dough spatula. That's what it is. And I have never applied gesso like that before. I always used a brush with gesso. And after watching her make a video, I was like, oh man, I want to use that. Yeah, stone paper. I don't know if it's a brand. Hang on, let me look at the cover. Let me just pull out this paper, because this is all wet. And I do want to show everybody the results, because some of these are starting to dry, because the dry really looks so different. So we'll photograph some of those once they've had some time to dry. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay, this is stone paper, and okay, that's that's all that's on the front. Let me see what it says. Okay, it says GAC stone paper. Take a photo. You guys can do your research in the Discord. But is that the only thing it says? I thought it would have... Oh my gosh, is that it? Okay, that is like the most minimal branding I've ever seen on something before. But yeah, people can look it up if you guys want to find a link. Let me know. I do have a link for it somewhere, but I can't remember which video it's in. Okay, let's try more Yupo paper. I want to try some of the other colors so we can take a look. Okay. Yeah, this one's almost dry. Very curious. Okay, so again, this is Yupo paper made by Legion, and this is the heavy type. All right, let's try this. What colors have we not tried yet? Okay, we have purple spinal. And how about let's try, this is another one. This is called Fog Ash. Okay, we'll see how these two go. This is purple spinal. And I'm going to mark on this side so we know what's what. Okay, so purple spinal. And the other one is Fog Ash. All right, let me get some water on here. I mean, I guess the consensus is to load up the paper with water and then put the granulating over it. It seems like if you just dip your brush into the paint and then paint on it, it just looks like plain watercolor. Okay, so purple spinal. Where is it? Where did I put it? No, that's Sunrise Blossom. Is this it? Okay, purple spinal. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay. Wow, that one felt extra granulating. Like, did you see it made a really weird shape? I wonder if it's just that. Is it just this color that does that? I mean, I'm just watching it move. Is anybody else mesmerized? Weird. Okay, I'm going to do a big blob here in the center. Let's just see how that looks. So I'm very interested in where it gets dark, because if you don't add enough of the watercolor, it gets so light. And I always want to know, okay, how do I get the value range that I would like to have? I feel like the purple spinal is more. What? Do you guys see this? I mean, I don't know if you guys are seeing things spread, but that is this one, and it's making these weird blue outlines. Gosh, maybe it depends on the color, because this feels like what I thought granulating colors would be like. Wow. Let's let that dry for a second, and let's do some Fog Ash. Okay, this looks like a muted green. Oh, weird. This one's also very, very thick. That's strange. So some of them are really thick and some of them are super juicy. Okay, let's just wash my brush. And let's dig in with some Fog Ash. All right, this is Fog Ash. Oh, it's kind of like Payne's Gray. I think it has a little bit of a green tint. I definitely can see where my hand has touched the paper. Yeah, see, if you guys watch this one, oh, sorry, I should have moved it. Do you see? It's not like the spinal purple. It's very different. I am a fan of purple. It's making like weird amoeba shapes. Okay, purple spinal, you and me, we're hanging out. We're gonna hang out. Oh my God, you guys, look here. Look. Do you see what's happening here? Do you see the blue? How it's like traveling? That is so insane. Okay, hang on. Let me add some more. Okay, fog ash, you're kind of boring. We're going to add some more purple spinal. That's so weird. I mean, it definitely feels like it fluctuates. Although I didn't do the other colors. Maybe I should try the other colors on the Yupo. But I would be happy just with purple spinal. It's a really nice color. Like, do people see those weird blue lines? Like, what the heck is that? Yeah, like the fog ash isn't doing anything. The fog ash is just regular whatever. But here I'm seeing something totally different. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Look, that is so nuts, you guys. Purple spinal. You and me. We're going to be friends. Yeah, Nessa says this is like stuff under a microscope. And Cypherian says that is granulation and some colors granulate more than others. Got it. I do want to try some of the first colors because it's so much more visible on the Yupo paper. That's the word, Nancy. The way it blooms. I'd be in seventh heaven playing with that paint on that paper. Neil says, will you paint something or is this all swatches? I was going to paint something, but I don't feel like that's a good match for this particular paint medium. Oh, and a great reminder, everybody, if you want to ask a question, write question in all caps, and that will make it easier for me to find your comment. Is there a specific paper for gouache I should buy while my Amazon cart is getting financially assaulted? I don't have as much experience with gouache. I do know that Alex Rowe, who was our resident gouache artist many years ago, he always used hot press paper, but I'm sure you can use any kind of watercolor paper. For those of you who have done a bit of gouache, maybe some of you can help out Jennifer because I really don't know exactly what's the best fit. Lisa's asking, how well does watercolor adhere to Yupo once dry? Oh, it totally adheres. I mean, certainly you could go in and wipe it away if you had like a wet rag, but you can do that on paper. And in fact, on Yupo, you can get it right back to the white of the page. And Brittany's asking, how is the Legion black watercolor paper for block printing paper? You know something? I feel like I had some of that a little ways back, and it was really nice. But I think I didn't have the right paints to do something fun for that. Okay, so Jennifer says earth pigment has stronger granulation. I wonder if that's the case across the board or if it just depends on the supplier. Anahita says, I use a mineral paper called Yasutomo. Oh, yes, I did get that because the company sent me some. Similar to Yupo, but it's made out of rocks. Oh, I didn't know that was what it was made out of. Yes, this is a good thing to make clear. There's many different types of Yupo paper. The type that I have right now is heavy. They also have translucent. And what's the other one? I think it's Yupo medium. Look it up. Legion paper has a whole bunch of those. But yes, Yupo's expensive. It's not a cheap material. Oh, so Chopper says the Yupo paper, quote, isn't really paper though, isn't it a plastic? Therefore, the water or pigment won't be absorbed in the fiber like cotton or cellulose paper. Yes, that's my understanding of that. Lisa says, I've heard watercolor. Well, I don't have a lot. Look in the Discord because I'm going to post some photos and I'll be able to show all of you much better what it looks like. Oh, Selena says misty morning scene that matched my colors almost perfectly. Yeah, Salinas, you showed me in art club some of these swatches, which were so beautiful. And then here, this lovely little scene. See, I'm telling you, watching people work in the Discord, it's like a TV show. It's like, okay, one moment Salinas has swatches. Next time I see Salinas's work, you've got a landscape painting. It's just following the progress for me is what's really fun. Seeing how people begin and where they end up. Okay, so Lisa says some texture remains. I could apply thicker or several layers. Let me see. Oh, I like that. It's fun that we can go so super close. Okay, so Neil, MS Paint, work in progress. Time to work on the forehead. Oh, I love the green, Neil. That is beautifully. And these like little patches of purple. The green is so, oh, like even here, look at that green. That's really well done, Neil. Yeah, if you guys post in the Discord, I am happy to share your work on the stream. Oh my gosh, this EBOOK, this one I just did got really gnarly. I do have a favorite. I'll show you what the favorite is in a minute. I just think these weird little like trails of blue are really bizarre. All right, let's pop these into the Discord and I'll show you my favorite because there are a bunch. Hope this helps you guys to be able to see the photos during the stream. Okay, this is my favorite. Look at that. It looks like a weird squid. Look at that. Okay, so that's what I mean by the frog skin. I mean, this is almost like watercolor that's like painting itself. It's like I just put it on the paper and it just makes its own image. And then do you guys see the blue? I mean, it almost looks like purple spinal separated, right? Because this is the dark part, but then it seems like this trail of blue just showed up and separated itself. Yeah, like here. Like, am I nuts that it really looks like the purple and blue separated? Like, these are the same tube of paint. This part is the same tube as this part. 7A. It's I'm serious. Like, I did not do anything to make this. I just dropped some stuff in there. Let me see this one. Like, this is like a dragon exploding. This is like spinal purple has two personalities. Like, it totally split. I'm so confused by this paint. Neil says, I'm simultaneously repulsed and amazed by it. It's a little icky. I know what you mean. Like Alexander says, reminds me of Water Dragon. Let's look at some more. Oh, here's another one. Like this. This is the weird blue trail. It's so strange. I'm so, oh my God. I need to see if it's the other colors too. I wonder if it's just the purple spinal. I mean, this is like speckled. This doesn't even look like granulation. Neil is asking, is it possible to leave a super chat after the stream? I don't think so. I think you have to do it on the live stream. But if anybody wants to send us something, I think you can send, oh gosh, what's it called? They keep making all these names. You can leave something in a comment after, but I can't remember what it's called. Maybe somebody can look it up. It's a super something. Anyway, okay, I lied. You can. I just couldn't remember the name of the thing. Harry says, Portuguese man of war. Lynn says, bacteria before the dinosaurs. Oh, and Havrana trying to help my friend with something. Oh, this is so sweet. I love how soft all of the light purples are. That is so beautiful. Oh, good. I'm glad you are all helping each other with gouache, since I don't seem to know very much about that. Okay, I'm scrolling up because I know there's a bunch of questions here that people are asking. Okay, Jennifer's saying, how does the granulation look with less water on the Yupo? We can try it, but let me get through a couple of questions that I think I missed. Okay, Angela's asking, how long will it take to dry on Yupo? Let's see. This one, oh, this one's still pretty wet. I mean, some of it has dried, but it's still pretty wet. I think it will take a while. June is asking, advice for cutting costs in painting, best medium, or can anything be done with watercolor, brush pens, or markers that would be comparable? Are you asking, June, if you can, say, use water-soluble markers and activate them with water? Because I've done that many, many times, and it works extremely well. For medium, are you talking about watercolor? Because usually medium is associated with acrylics and oils. So if you want to follow up, can certainly do that. I mean, I think that watercolor doesn't run out that fast because these tubes are not that big, but unless you paint like a lot, it's going to last a little while. I think what I tend to go through really quickly is paper, but paint, unless I'm like an impasto painter, I don't think it's that bad once you get set up and have a basic set of colors. Okay, so Butter wants to know the pigment colors. I can take a picture. Oh, shoot. Are they in Japanese? Oh no. Okay, the pigment's here. PV16. Oh my God. Wait, it has two. Is it literally two? Hang on. PV16, PB15:3. All right, I'll take a photo. But you guys can also see, click on the link in the video description, and we do have information there which links to where it's from. Okay, and I don't know if anybody here speaks Japanese, but maybe one of you guys could read it for us. Purple spinel. Never even heard that word before. Okay. All right, so I took a picture and put the pigment numbers in there. Harry's asking, what do you think would happen if you done a watered down pour over the paper? Would it turn muddy? I mean, these colors are pretty strong. They're not getting muddy so far. They're pretty strong pigment. Tolly's asking, is the contract of you being to paint theater and musical actors with a special guest? Yes, I would like to be Aaron Tveit's court painter. It'd be like, you know how Velázquez had to paint Philip IV a million times? Like, I could just do that for Aaron Tveit. I'm so glad you guys are all here. It's so much fun. You know, I used to get all worried because I was like, ugh, the Arlongs are such a mess. I'm so discombobulated, but I don't know. That's just the way real life is. Okay, so Neil says PB15:3 is phthalo blue-green shade. I don't know what PV16 is. Oh, I really like dioxazine purple. Nice. That's it. Official Broadway court painter. But I get to pick which ones I paint. Okay, let's do some of the earlier colors because I want to know if it's just that one color or if it actually is just the purple spinel. Okay. I love the Yupo paper though, everybody. Because look at this. This is what we did at the beginning. And you can see there's some granulation, but it's not on par. I guess, okay, here, there's a little granulation. Actually, let me take a photo of that because now that this has dried, you can actually see it a lot better. I mean, this is sort of comparable to the frog skin stuff that we were talking about before. Okay, yeah, it has granulated a bit more since I posted. I'm going to check in on the other one that I think has dried. Let's see. Okay, so this is Olive Safari. You can kind of see it in there, maybe up here. Actually, oh, this is a nice spot. Look at this. Do you guys see this? That's a nice spot. All right, again, I'm going to take more photos so you can all see up close. This is very relaxing. This is how we should spend every Friday night. I mean, that's what we are doing, essentially. I love hanging out with you guys. Okay. Actually, you know something? The Daniel Smith one made... Oh, wait, did I add the olive? Maybe that's it. That is really pretty. I do really like that one. Okay, let's try more Yupo paper. I'm glad I finally have a reason to use this. Legion sent me this paper a really long time ago. I have not had a chance to really use it very much. Okay, we're going to try the other colors. The Sunrise Blossom. Oh, and somebody wanted to see what it's like if I just paint it straight. So let's do that. This is just straight. Yeah, I guess it just makes your average Yupo paper stroke. I mean, I guess it's granular, but I am seeing now that the granulation is very dependent upon the flowing of the water. Okay, so this one is going to be Sunrise Blossom. Let's just put water on here. And maybe here if I can disperse it a little. All right, Sunrise Blossom. Oh my God, it's the Yupo paper, you guys. It's doing the same thing that purple spinel was doing. It's the paper. I mean, purple spinel definitely it was more dramatic looking, but look at those little fingers. Oh my God, I have to take a picture of this. You guys won't believe how cool this is. Oh my God. Like, it's not even done yet. It's already making really cool things. Yeah, this is all still wet. We're not done yet by any means. But I'm putting here into the Discord so you can all see. Oh, this is the Man of War, Harry. Thank you. This is the critter. It's a Noonie branch. Oh, these totally look like the granulating watercolors. Yeah, so this is the purple spinel, and the pigment numbers are on the second photo. And Anahita has been working watercolor on mineral paper. Here is my work in progress. Oh, I love the intensity of those magentas. Beautiful value. I'm so glad you shared that with us in the Discord. Okay, I'm going to show you guys, like, this is totally one of those creatures. I mean, doesn't that look like coral or something? Let me show you this one. This is absolutely, it's like a caterpillar that's like totally out of control. June is asking, can these granulating watercolors be used with a water brush? Oh, sure. In fact, I have a water brush. Let's try it, and you guys can see. All right, here's my water brush. I have to shake it up a little. Let's try some blue. The really, I think it was Blue Hole, or was it Mint Barrel? I can't remember. Okay, so now because it's a water brush, I can squirt. Although this one's really sharp. The only time I really use water brushes, though, is when I'm traveling. The rest of the time, I don't really use them that much. I mean, I guess the advantage is I could like draw and also press. So right now I'm pressing the back of it to push out more water. You know something though, I do really like it with the darker values because this is Mint Barrel and you can see it's not really a dark color, but over here, the purple has a very dark value. So I feel like that's something I would want to do, which is to have that type of value range. So maybe that's one of the reasons I didn't like the fog ash very much. This just seems like it's not going anywhere. I really like the dark colors. Dark colors for me are where it's at. Let me try one of this is the green that we tried a little ways back. I think this is Olive Safari. We'll add more Olive Safari up here. That's so bizarre. Lynn says it looks prehistoric on Discord. Those of you who are not in the Discord, shouldn't this be proof that you should join the Discord? Because it's just so much fun to see what people are doing in there. So Alexander says this is why they make different papers. I hated Yupo. It was like painting on plastic, just ran all over the place. And I couldn't make an actual picture with it. Yeah, it's definitely something that isn't a great fit for everybody because the slickness. I mean, it's not really my preference either. But then again, I haven't really done substantial work on Yupo. So Susan's explaining it's because the water sits on top of the Yupo paper where the regular paper, it sinks in and the color grabs a hold of the tooth. Nice. Yeah, I think we need more court painters in contemporary life. I could just, I'd have to look at Rick Grimes all day. Actually, I just started watching. I don't know if anybody here has watched the spin-offs, but we just started watching The Ones Who Live, which if you've watched The Walking Dead, it's all Rick. I mean, Michonne's in there. She's fine, but I don't care. I just want Rick there. Nessa says if you make your own paint, you can grind different pigments to differing sizes to achieve granulation too. Okay, so Alexander did some research. PV16 is manganese violet. I love how you guys research everything for me because this is exactly what I'd be doing if you guys weren't here. I'd be looking it all up, but it's way more fun when I don't have to do any of the work and you guys just do it for me. Oh yeah, beta fish. I can see that. Oh, this is nice, 7A. Lends itself well to making underwater scapes. Oh, that would be a fantastic fit for this. Okay, I do want to try a few more colors because there's a bunch that I haven't tried yet. And I'm just having so much fun with the Yupo paper. And guess what? A lot of these are drying right now. And I'll be able to post some images of the dried version for everybody pretty soon. Okay. Oh, I didn't try Witch Bordeaux on the Yupo. Okay, what's this? Darkness Sand. What about Dusk Sky? Let me see. Let's try Dusk Sky. Well, let me just do Witch Bordeaux. Witch Bordeaux was pretty cool. Okay, Witch Bordeaux was that like really intense brown. You guys, it's the Yupo paper. Like all the colors are doing it now. Like this color wasn't doing it on the Arches cold press, but it's totally doing it now. Try to get more value. Like that's the colors I like the most are the ones that. Yeah, I like Witch Bordeaux. It's like a super, super intense burnt sienna is basically what we're looking at. Okay, now on this side, I was going to do Darkness Sand. Let's try Darkness Sand. And by the way, everybody, the Art Alongs channel, you can hang out in there even when we're not live. A lot of people have been posting their progress, so it's great if you guys want to hang out in there in between. Okay, this is the sand. Darkness Sand. They're all doing it on the Yupo. They're all making little alien caterpillars for our microscopes. Okay, I'm going to vote Yupo paper, wetting the paper first, letting it dry all the way. Because I feel like I would really like to paint over this, or even if it was totally dry and put like some pen work over it, I think it would be a really beautiful base for something. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's like an orange that's coming out of the sand. Is this like the blue one where it like separated? It is. Oh my God, look at that. Do you guys see the orange that's in there? Oh my God, what is happening? Did people see the blue? What? Where did that blue come from? Is that actually part of the, what was it, Bordeaux? Which Bordeaux? Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to have to see if this is a thing. Is it the Witch Bordeaux? I'm just going to lift a couple spots. Oh my gosh, this one totally has orange in it now. But I want to know, like, is that blue? You guys, I did not add blue paint there, and it just turned blue. Let me add a little bit more of it. Maybe up here. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's turning blue. Do you see down here? Okay, so Jennifer says, which Bordeaux is a mix of ultramarine blue and paraline maroon? Oh my gosh, it is. It's separating. What? Oh my, what the heck? Okay, jaw just on the floor, everybody. Yes, June, I make colors appear. This is like, if you don't want to paint, the watercolor is just like possessed. It just does it for you. Let me get a photo in here because I think my camera's a little bit too bright. But there's totally orange coming out of here. Oh, I'm so glad this is working because when I first started, I was like, this is not that fun. But this is really fun. Okay, I'll take a picture of the purple part so you guys can see what that looks like. Oh, okay. Butter wants to see the pigment numbers. You know what I'll do? I'll take photos of them. Okay, so the one I just did was darkness sand. I'll take photos of the actual color, and then I'll do the back, which is the pigment colors. I love how you guys care about this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is, I'm putting it in the chat right now. This is darkness sand. And then here is that witch Bordeaux, which has the blue in it. And then I'm also posting the darkness sand. So let's pull that up and you guys can take a look. Nessa says, do you have core medium to try with these? Pigments will explode and blow our minds. What is that? I never heard of that before. Nancy's asking, what are the paints? The link is in the video description below, and I was only able to find them at Pigment Tokyo, and yes, they do ship worldwide. I'm sorry to tell you that. Oh. Gosh, I'm so startled by all of this. Like, I did not anticipate this being the case. All right, let me show you in the Discord what it's looking like. All right, this is the one. This was what? Sand, darkness sand. Does everybody see the orange? I mean, it seems like it's like a raw umber, but then this orange just comes out of it. And this one too, it has the little caterpillar legs come out. Oh, this is great. Okay, so this is the witch Bordeaux, and this is the, I think somebody said ultramarine, and this is the Periline maroon. Gosh, it's like we're watching a color subdivide. Here too, you can see it. There's the maroon, and now this is the ultramarine. Oh my gosh. Sheesh. All right, I'll post some of the other pigment numbers. I'll post them both at the same time so you guys can see the photos that are together are the same color. Okay, so this is Witch Bordeaux. Let's get at the pigment numbers because I have the best audience on YouTube and you guys need to know everything, don't you? All right, I think we definitely need pigment numbers for Sunrise Blossom. So Sunrise Blossom is PV19, PB29. I mean, I wonder if that's why the colors are separating, is that all of the colors have two pigment numbers. That's got to be it, right? Hang on. This is not posting. Oh, did my phone just die? I can post them more when the stream is done. Oh, so Neil says Core, is that the brand name? It's just so expensive. I hate that the tubes are just 11 milliliters instead of the normal 15. Okay, the brand is Kusakabe. Kusakabe. I'll take a photo of it. I'll put it in the Art Alongs channel. But again, the link is in the description below if you guys want to look that up. All right, so this is going in Discord. Oh, I got to restart my phone. My phone doesn't like Discord right now. Okay, I'll get that for you guys in a second. Nessa says core dispersion medium with paints you already own. I mean, I just learned about dispersions when I was at Gara Paint and Pigment. Yes, this is true. 7A, who says this is totally a photo from space of Mars or Jupiter. Look at this one. Like that is really bizarre. I mean, one of the things I like about it, does everybody here see this very, very crisp line and flat shape? And then over here, I mean, this almost looks like an eyeball and the veins. It's got this really wonderful range of crisp edges, but also some of these like softer textured areas. Lisa says, this is why folks love granulating watercolor. Well, I'm seeing it now because it's on the Yupo paper, but I really did not see it before. So we have a question here from Brittany, and I want to pull up Butter's comment first. I'm almost embarrassed to say I got a set of core off the free list. Especially fun to play with other brands that don't disperse as much and set their heads to war. Well, the question from Brittany was, what is the free list? Yeah, I'd love to know too. I don't know what the free list is either. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, Heather. Do people know? Is Core by Golden? I mean, you guys are always showing me all these brands that I'd never heard of before, and I really love it. Yes, it feels like magical paint. Like, I'm not kidding. It feels like the paint is possessed, and I just have to like put it out into the world, and I know it will take care of itself. All right. Once my phone restarts, let me pull up some of the ones that are more dry so we can see if they've changed very much. Let me get back to the screen. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay, this one here, this is almost dry. It's like one spot, but it does look different. Like, do you guys see this part? I mean, that looks crunchy. This looks like a mineral. That's very different. I mean, this looks like calcium deposits or something. That is different after drying. I mean, I think the granulation is very clear after it dries. It definitely was not early on. So it's the drying, it's the Yupo paper, and putting the water down first. So that way it would have places to go. And then down here, yeah, this pretty much looks the same, but in here, it's the harsher marks, like in there. Like that really looks like crumbling rock or something. Okay, this is Purple Spinal. This one finally dried. Oh, this one sort of lost the grays. Do you see how it just, everything ended up looking very speckled? Look at that. It's like these blue speckles just came out. This other color, not so much. I think that was it Dusk Sky? I can't remember. But yes, this one looks really fun. Okay, I want to take a look at the other ones. Okay, let's look at stone paper. This one still is pretty wet. But here we're getting the frog skin again. And I love how this stayed. This is like a sea cucumber or something like that. Okay, so that is the Yupo paper. Now let's take a look at the stone paper. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, so it got crunchy. Does everybody see the crunchy lines? That's the main difference that we didn't have before. Look at this part. Do you see the purple? It's same thing. It's that Paraline maroon. Yeah, I like this. This is great. I'm so glad because at the beginning I was like so ready to be disappointed, and now this is why we need these experimental work periods where we can just play. I feel like if I went in trying to paint something immediately, this would not have gone so well. It's also very ethereal. Does everybody see how it just dissolves? And then look at this tiny little thing. It looks like a fig. Isn't that weird? Like it's like, oh, it's so bizarre. I gotta think of something to do with these because they're really, really cool. Oh, so Butter says, I live in a big city. I cruise free exchange groups. Folks offer up stuff they have to give away for free. Got it. Yeah, there's a lot of things like that. Like there's an app next door. I use that to get rid of a lot of stuff when I was moving. Oh man, Cypherian. I can't even imagine what would happen if I put salt, especially kosher salt. Selena says, slug in the green. Elisa says, Karatake are interesting paints using a binder that is different from most watercolor paints. Oh, gosh, this is truly extraordinary, everybody. Okay, I'm going to take some photos of the stuff that dried a lot, and that way some of you can see it in the Discord because it is very different. Like it does not look the same as it did when it was still wet. So that one's a stone paper. And this is the crazy blue. This is after it's dried. It's really strange looking. Oh, and I want to show you the one that looked like calcium deposits. Where is it? Where did I put it? Where are my calcium deposits? Oh, here they are. It's the Arctic Ocean. Arctic Ocean was the calcium deposits. All right. I mean, it really looks like hard salt. I hope you guys have liked seeing stuff in the Discord while the stream is going on. Okay. Oh, and there's two more here. This is so, oh my gosh. Okay, I get it. I understand why people like granulating watercolors. I'm so glad that all of you helped me figure out what to do because I've definitely done this before where I have tried a material, been very confused, and then one of you comes in here and explains it to me. Well, a whole bunch of you do, which is so great. Okay, so Elisa says most professional watercolor paints use gum arabic or honey as a binder. Oh my gosh, it's just the coolest thing. I'm so glad you guys were here with me to do this. A reminder that we do have space left in our winter workshops. We have Pets and Animals in Color, Cloud Landscapes is coming up, Loosen Up Your Art, and Jordan is teaching a class on creature design. That is going to be a really fun topic to explore. And we also have experimental printmaking. Go down to the description below or to artprof.org, you will find links for all of these workshops. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.